Topic is how you effectively pipeline and actually build momentum within a sales team and with a setting squad. I think a place where a lot of people go wrong in trying to set and actually pipeline appointments is just thinking that sending messages and blast from time to time to time with nothing in between and just calling people when you want to call them is going to actually produce proper pipeline and follow up. The most important thing that you can do is actually have, instead of just contacts, understanding nurturing. The difference between contacting and nurturing: contacting someone cold, how often have you had someone text you out of the blue that you typically don't talk to?
Very often, very like rarely.
And when they do, what's the first thought that comes through your mind?
What do you want?
Exactly. Exactly. This is what salespeople do to themselves, and they put themselves in a box, is they become the guy who's only contacting them because they want something. And that's why people don't respond. But when you know how to nurture and build a habit of engagement and building an actual relationship or getting people used to your contact, that's when things get way more powerful. For example, instead of just calling people once and then not talking to them, not calling them again for months, and then calling them again after a month, call them one time on Monday, call them a second time on Wednesday, shoot them a text on Thursday on the same number, or drop a voicemail. Things like that, where you're building up your touches to actually create an impact on this person and actually nurture them through a process. Hey, what's this number? One time, they're not going to think about it. Second time, who's this number? When they get a text, they actually will read it and will potentially respond. When they respond, give them value, have a genuine conversation. It's something where a lot of people go wrong. And it also is not typically a fault of the rep, it's the fault of the software. Softwares like HubSpot make it very difficult to nurture because it's hard to come back to people you've begun an engagement with. But Close is set up in a way where it will naturally remind you to continue engaging with these people. If you continually engage with someone, you begin to be the person who's got certainty, and you grind down their disbelief slowly over time. But it can only be done if there's a consistent cadence and rhythm in which you're doing things. However, if you're only reaching out once off when you want things, their guards are going to still be there, and they're only going to be higher because they're going to throw you in that box if you want something. That's pretty much my snippet.